It's a you, Mario. Alright, I think I'm up. Maybe. So, why do I have marks here? Why do I have marks here? I'll never figure it out, and I don't care. Okay, so Season 2 of The Breakers is here, and it's a bit of a mess so far, but they're trying. They're trying. They're trying. They're trying. For new things, we got, oh, these two. Also these two, more importantly. And this guy. And before we start, because matchmaking has been kind of a mess in terms of actually getting Raider matches, let's talk about this boy a bit. He is very mechanically different than everybody else. So kind of like Cell. You start as this little piece of crap, the Cyberman. And let me pull up the skills real quick here. He's got this neat skill, which allows you to basically teleport to a couple of fixed spots around the map. Got a slow move, which I've not managed to land yet. Got wall kick instead of climbing, that's kind of cool. Now this is if survivors go near one of your other bodies, you can see them on the map. And here's how they're different. You can either kill like 4, I think, civilians to level up, or instead of a melee move, you have the self-destruct Yamcha move. If you get one person with this, you immediately level up. Or, if you take too long, you get zapped, or you get killed. You get zapped by Vegeta and level up into our boy Nappa. If you get zapped by Vegeta for any reason, instead of blowing up a survivor or killing enough civilians, you lose this skill. But otherwise, you're the same. And Nappa is kind of the same. You can kill civilians, you can beat up survivors to level up. Or, if you get killed, you get Nappa's canon death scene and become Vegeta, without the ability to call Nappa. So you will always get to Vegeta unless they just straight up ignore you. But you may or may not have this skill. Vegeta does not gain energy by beating people up. He instead has this, which has a kind of excessive cooldown. But you can lower it a bit. And if you can use this, you turn into Monkey. And Monkey is very overpowered. Mainly because you have to hit him in the tail. And it's a real pain in the butt. You can find Yajirobe's sword. But I've never managed to actually land a hit with it, so I don't know if you can actually cut his tail off. Getting the androids as breakers would be pretty cool. Anyways, they've also changed matchmaking, and it's a little busted. This used to be Raider only, but they've changed it because it broke. So this is now just Raider Flex. So let's see what happens. Yeah, Vegeta's kind of cool, honestly. You can also no longer party when you're doing flex, because they wanted to avoid people, cheating, basically. If you want to play Survivors and Raider with your friends, you need a full set of 8, and you gotta do the trial match under practice mode, which kinda sucks. I think Cess is coming in too, but we may or may not see her today, because we can't party up unless we only do Survivor matches. So yeah, if you watch the multi-stream that comes up, you'll just be seeing me and Cess both playing the same game in different matches, most likely. Feeling pretty okay. Sadly, King Furry is the level 50 Dragon Tier reward, so we won't be seeing him on stream for a while. Hey, my 16 paid off, and Vegeta has a sick intro, I love this. I'm very bad as Vegeta, I've not really figured out how to play him, so I'm gonna play Vegeta probably a few times if we get a few Raider matches. Oh, also you can level up over 100 now as a Survivor. Let's see if we can yamp to someone, or if we're gonna just,
Sa, お次はドイツだ。脆い奴らだ。
Oh, we're on the Namek map. Alright.
死に土産に見せてやろう。超エリートサイヤ人の圧倒的パワーを。
I'd kind of like to see Jackie Chun as a Survivor skin, but I feel like he'd be a little too big. Oh, this feels like a bad spot to spawn. Cyberman cannot fly, incidentally, but he is fast. Any in the ship? Nope.
It was so bad.
They found the D key. Gotcha. Alright, that was a little ridiculous. Amusingly, it did save him from dying, which I think is probably a bug. There we go. So... Vegeta was the only new raider added, yes. Did I get him? I did. There they are.
行くぞ。お楽しみの始まりだぞ。
Wow, I didn't kill a single civilian. Totally forgot I actually had the Cyberman this time. The last time I played, I did not. Come on, get him. Takes a lot.
もういいなっぱ。俺が片付けてやる。行けナッパ。奴らをあぶり出せ。
Maybe we'll actually get the monkey this time. Tired of waiting.
本気で来るんだな。
誰か。
どうなってやる。避けやがって。本気で来るんだな。
I should be able to get this before they can kill me. When that 110 counter goes down, I can burst and mix. Got it. Hello, friends. I am Monkey. I am big. Where are you? Oh god, my tail, no. I lose, but you know what? That was worth it. I accept that loss. They deserve that win. That was cool. Oh, that was good. That was good. Ooh, actually, did that count? It did! He didn't have to win with destroying the Super Time Machine. Yeah, the beams apparently just go right through you, so that's something you gotta keep in mind. Also, you can see this now. You can see what everybody got. I'll say props to these three, who I think were the ones who were alive when the man got me. Good job, guys. Oh, that was fun. That was real fun. That was great. I've learned, really, that it's also a lot better to not pay attention to the missions in this. The dailies are usually pretty easy, but the weeklies kind of suck. I can look now, as I started a little too early, so I couldn't see them. Yeah, it looks like their quick patch to the flex mode worked. Super attacks and boxes. Alright. Yep. I'm not fully certain how it works. I think, you can only take damage to the tail. I think the tail gets cut if you happen to just get killed. There's a... oh wow, lowest like cooldown time is so little. Is that even worth it? I don't think it is. I think we should do this one instead. Yeah, it looks like if you get killed, your tail just gets cut, and it's basically just a special cutscene. There is a Yajirobe's sword item you can find. I don't know if that does anything different. Vegeta is very fun, though. Even when I lose as Vegeta, I don't feel like I never had a chance. Honestly, I think the call there was probably to not go monkey. It was way easier to dodge the attacks when I was just Vegeta. But it was fun to give it a go. Most of the matches I've seen with Vegeta, it tends to you tend to not see the monkey from either everybody going too fast or dying too fast. Breakers doesn't really have a plot. Well, you could loosely say it's kind of a side plot to the Xenoverse plot, I guess. They did add a new episode to go with the prologue to introduce our new characters here in Nappa Vegeta. Alright. Probably going to be seeing Vegeta all day, because everybody's been playing basically nothing but Vegeta. Well, I do have two new skills equipped. I have a double jump, and I have the Flames Them Out Fry Pan, which is actually hilarious. Chi-Chi also comes to the Basho fan, which is... okay. Holy shit, it's Cell. Me and another person, through blind luck, managed to, like, knock a Dragon Ball out of a guy who was playing the Raider, and then trap him in an X of firewalls and another wall, so he couldn't get to the Dragon Ball, so he could get it and run away. Now the larva's around, I heard it. Yeah, you can use the wall for a lot of things. Hey, double jump. Woo! Is it good? Not really, but it's fun. That wasn't what I meant to do. Hey, one of my DP, nice. Sunlight cell is right near me. Okay, all right.
ありがとう
He's right over there.
よし、新しい起動機が見つかったぞ。仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。まずい、誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
見つけたぞ。
助かった
Sess is playing too, but because we're not doing survivor-only queues, we will probably never see her. We can't party up anymore unless we're doing
新しい起動機だな。設置を急ぐんだ。
specifically survivor-only. Shit. Okay, I think we're safe.
いいぞ。また起動機が見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。仲間が助けを
The
必
other
要と
person is
し
a
てるぞ。
bit less safe. I think Vegeta is currently my new favorite raider just because I've only played him a couple of times, but I've always felt like I had a chance. I've yet to pull off an actual win yet. Ah, you can break the Geneva Convention in this game. A lot of people have been kind of down on the breakers for a lot of legitimate reasons, I would say. But I still find it pretty fun. Trying to give ball. Here, there you go. There is a new map. I've only seen it a couple of times. It's got Korin's Tower on it. It's got the city that Nappa and Vegeta landed in. It's got another Namekian village with the Guru's house in it. Okay. Yeah, I don't usually go for competitive multiplayer stuff, but I actually have a good time with this. When I'm not trying to actually do the missions they want you to do for the weeklies and whatnot, I have a way better time with it, because I just like messing around. I think he saw me. I'm pretty sure he saw me. I'm pretty sure I just went into a dead end. Well, I guess I'll sacrifice myself so this guy can win. That this guy can live. I say that, and I just immediately ran that guy off. Left him to die.
スーパータイムマシンの起動システムが出てきたぞ。急いで向かってくれ。 まずい。誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
Where the hell am I? Okay.
毎度あり伊勢じまい
Ah. Well, I was gonna say I kinda threw by dropping the, machine at that point in time, but it's perfect cells, we're basically kinda boned anyway. Where is he? He's at the machine.
おいおい
Damn, I was hoping I would actually cover the machine enough that he couldn't interact with it.
ドラゴンボールが7つ揃ったぞ。階段で線路を呼び出すんだ。
The Basho fan I haven't tried, but Seth tells me it's not very good. Fires him out fry pan is great though.
味方が倒れているぞ。救助できないか。
Yajirobe's got some interesting support skills. He can start with a Senzu bean at his feet. And he can, move while reviving people. Oh god. Yeah, he's got me.
まずい。誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
How? Cell's pretty much got this. There's not really a good reason for us to watch this, but in fact, I will not. Oh, it was red item boxes and land some super attacks. I think I did neither of those. No, I opened red item boxes, but I definitely didn't land any super attacks. I do want them to put the matchmaking back to how it was. Okay, yes, I landed no super attacks. Alright. That'll come, though. Oh wow, that was fast. Yeah, if that guy hadn't Zanzo Kenned out of it, the Cyberman self-destruct is just instant death. Or rather, instant down. Which is supposed to be the, like, main benefit of doing it. Also, I didn't get a really good chance to see it, but I set myself all to be Super Saiyan Gohan just for the goofy things it does to this hairstyle. Wonder about level 20 on the speed boost? What the heck? Gotta remember that. See if we get the new map. Nope. Hello, Vegeta.
死に土産に見せてやろう。超エリートサイヤ人の
Yeah, thanks for the, whatever occurred. I can't actually see it. Game's too big. the troubles of only one monitor.
聞こえるかスーパータイムマシンや必要な物資の転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置しスーパータイムマシンを起動するんだ
いらっしゃいませ。
Oh, Dragon Ball. Cool. Oh, what's the other thing Vegeta has? If you are Vegeta, and actually at Vegeta, instead of the, give me more power wish, you get show me the full moon. And it actually does change the stage to night with a full moon for an instant, monkey transformation.
味方が倒れているぞ
So it does effectively the same
見
thing,
つかったな設置に向かってくれ
just with some style.
誰かやられた救助に行けないか
Oops, someone got Yamcha'd. Oh, that's bad. Well, if I'm gonna land any super attacks, I need to find cubes, game. Please supply cube.
味方が倒れているぞ救助できないか
I also need Nappa to not be, like, right in my face. Alright, he left. Wow, that was fast. Oh hey, the sword. Oh, my other DP, cool. Yeah. Ow. I think I might need to swap my, I need to swap my, spheres to land them super attacks. I've got a much better, easier to land one. I am not gonna get picked up. Yep. Yeah, that's about what I expected. That's my 15 survivor matches. That was a very bad round for everybody except Vegeta. It happened. Alright, let's put on the better sphere for landing super attacks. Battle settings. Kid Trunks time. Double Buster. A beam attack that will change direction once, so it's actually surprisingly difficult to dodge. Oh man, we're getting some 6 shades soon. I'll probably put those on. Hey, Edgeroby. If I can get both the dailies done today, we should get them, actually, it looks like. How you doing, Cliff? Oop. Yeah, matching's going much better since they turned off the Raider queue. So something was obviously very busted. I was having a hard time getting matches even in the flex queue last night. Been seeing a lot more low-level people recently, so I think a lot of people picked the game up recently, or came back to playing when the season changed. Keep forgetting that I hey, it's Cell again.
君が私のウォーミングアップを手伝ってくれるかな
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh yeah, they had the Saiyan pod in as a intro animation. Also, a very creepy Cyberman doll.
聞こえるかスーパータイムマシンや必要な物資の転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置しスーパータイムマシンを起動するんだ
Child is nearby. So I'm gonna go elsewhere. Keep forgetting I have this double jump set. Yeah, someone dropped immediately. They might have gotten booted. That happens sometimes. Alright, here we go.
感謝します
Alright, he's over there blowing up the city, that's fine.
起動キーが見つかったな設置に向かってくれ
Ooh, a super cooldown drink, I'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm also kind of on a middle ground with the season right now, just because of the mechanical issues they've accidentally introduced. Vegeta's very fun. He had some neat mechanics. Oh god.
見つけたぞ。いいタイミングだ。
くそ誰がやっべえ
新しい起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。
Double Buster is very good, by the way.
マジな
仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。まずい、誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
That fight overall went pretty bad for everybody involved. Guess now the question is, did he see me? It's 3 red boxes and 2 super attacks. Yep.
設置に向かうんだ。新しい起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。
I love using that skill just to be annoying.
行くだよ
No one is over in B. Oh, hello.
いいぞ。また起動キーが見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。
いらっしゃいませ。毎度あり。店じまい。毎度あり。店じまい。
One downside of putting double jump on is I don't have my auto barrier anymore. Yeah, instant transmission is in now. I wish I had it because it seems really good. You just point at somebody else and you pop on over to them. Oh, thank you. I didn't expect to still be in this match, honestly. Yeah, I used all the stuff I had to get like 20 pulls, and I got nothing except I got like the Gohan skill that makes your dragon gauge recharge a little faster if you open up boxes. Which is neat, but not something I want to like use a slot on. guess I'll take those gloves as I don't have any items at the moment anyway. I do love that the double jump just has you doing flips. Mini flip.
仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。ドラゴンボールが7つ揃ったぞ。祭壇でシェンロンを呼び出すんだ。スーパータイムマシンの起動システムが出てきたぞ。急いで向かってくれ。
マジな。
Hi, I'm here. Alright, my sacrifice has worked. I won't survive this, but that was a well-timed voice line, also. Get him, Trunks. Double Buster is really hard to dodge, since you effectively have to dodge it twice. Way better than Goten's changing move and charge. You do have to watch about being too close to the ground, though. Yeah, right into the river. Yeah, they got him. Oh, maybe they don't. How is he still alive? Died to a rocket launcher shot. Embarrassing. Do we have water over here? Okay. I'm gonna go get the water. I'll be right back. Alright. Wow. Got the World Tournament announcer sunglasses. Nice, nice. Alright, let's put on the sunglasses instead of the halo. Yeah, there we go. Looking good, looking good. Forgot to save it. There we go. Looking good. What do you have left for weeklies? A Raider match and finish all survivors. Oh man, I did pretty good for this. Did pretty good for this first set of weeklies without even really thinking about it. We'll only have one undone probably, which is the finishing, because I've not been doing very good. What do you guys think of the red cop outfit? You can unlock a blue one in the dragon tier. The real prizes, though, are King Furry at level 50, and then as you go past him, you can get Bardock's gear. I kind of want to dress up like Bardock. Yamchuk. That's his actual name. King Furry.
So da na.
He's a little surprised that your character doesn't know who he is in episode 2 of the plot. But given it implies our character is kind of from the extremely far future, it would make sense they wouldn't know a guy who was king of the world back in the early Dragon Ball era. What's happening? It's happening, we're not getting that last person. Also, I had to change his name to King Furry, because Mamoru is the only one and true King of the Earth. I'm sorry. You may not like it, but it's true. Alright, let's try this again. But I do kind of like the Vegeta path system of having multiple paths to go up, which rewarding you for playing well, but not punishing you too badly for playing badly or getting unlucky. I kind of hope more raiders do that. Oh, Cess, do you still have After Image on? I learned by catching somebody with After Image, you can After Image out of getting blown up. It keeps you alive, but the raider still gets to evolve. Yeah, Ginyu Force Raider would be really cool, actually. You go, Guldo to Raccoon to, J. Sandor Burger as a team to the captain. Maybe let the captain have the option to body change if a level 4 is out. Wait, he gets evolution energy for planning the Cyberman? Shit, I need to use that. Huh.
こちらトランクスだ。聞こえるか？スーパータイムマシンや必要な物資の転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置し、スーパータイムマシンを
Oh,
起
you
動
hear
するんだ。
that little grinding noise?
設置に向かってくれ。
You hear that little grinding noise? That means there's a Cyberman underground near me. Somewhere. It's a little hard to hear as I'm not super close. But it's an awful noise. It's not very much before you put points into it. 0.01%. He does have a skill that makes it so it goes down if you hit people while you're Vegeta, though. So you might want to put points into that.
新しい起動キーだな。設置を急
I'm
ぐ。
gonna set this key. God, I hate that noise. It's even worse wearing headphones. Oh, now I'm super close. The gray out means that you are definitely in range of one. Means I don't want to be going that way. Oh, shit. Gonna give you the secret. If you get the Cyberman gets close to you, fly. The Cyberman cannot fly. Just go up. Now they killed it. Nappa won't have a scouting Cyberman to work with. Whoa. Okay. I do like that you can't really die, like get beat to death, until you get to Vegeta's state. It does kind of work as a slight bad luck deterrent. Oh god, he saw me. Holy shit, okay. Oh, that caught right on the wall I was standing next to. That's bad. Well, we're dead. Yeah, that tracks. Dude, you gonna corpse cap me and plant a Cyberman seed? That seems pointless. Wow, that dude just made him waste those Cybermen.
よし、新しい起動キーが見つかったぞ。
See, I guess we're out of this match since this guy is pegged me as a major threat, apparently. I'm not certain why you would put the traps down and then sit on top of them to make sure that they'll never get tripped. That seems like a huge waste. I don't know what the roll bonus saying down in the corner means either. And my throat hurts a little bit. Very gummy today. I even took my allergy pill. I don't need this table one. Let's see how long we sit on 7 this time.
I guess what I should.
It's still fairly cold here. My computer says it's 44 degrees outside right now. Fahrenheit. So not like super, super cold, but still chilly. We didn't get to see it because the guy afterimaged out of it like a coward, but you do get put in the Yamcha pose if you get Cyberman exploded. I have found as a Cyberman, unless you manage to catch someone completely by surprise, it's actually a little difficult to grab somebody. The real unfortunate thing, though, is that the Cyberman's timer is actually really long, so if everyone is able to evade you and also chooses to not engage you, you can be stuck there for quite a while. Crucio. Oh no. It's a YouTuber. They do die very fast. I actually do love this pink outfit. I wonder if we're gonna see the new map at all today. If it gets close to the end and we haven't seen the new map, I'll hop into practice mode to take a look at it for you guys. Because there's some cool stuff in it. I don't know if you can set map preference still. I haven't noticed it because we don't have the room anymore if you're doing flex. So it could just be that I'm getting unlucky. Just not down here, okay. Cyberman's zapping people, looks like. Hey. Haven't seen one of these guys in a while. I guess I'll take the sword. Not down here either. Alright. That doesn't mean I have a pretty good idea of where it likely is then. Gotta be in here. Or not. Alright. Okay. Please don't look this way. Okay. Continue not looking this way. Don't need like 40 barrier devices, please. Not quite to level 3. Almost there, almost there. Alright, level 3. I don't want to engage Nappa though, as he only needs to land a couple of hits to become Vegeta. Down 3 people ain't ideal, but I
have some.
you can't do that anymore.
マシンの整備が終わる青い光で示された場所にある呼び出しビーコンへ向かうんだ。
Ah, damn. He found me. Then we have to see him shoot. Just charges it up. Well, we probably... Oh, I did not hear that. That's sad. I remember watching his videos way back in the day. Yeah, the Gallic gun pose is really goofy. I learned that beam-type supers will just go right through the big monkey and hit the tail is, interesting information to have. Alright, let's see. Wonder if we get another Raider match today or not. That Vegeta match I almost won was only my second Raider match since Season 2 started. People with the high-level Vegetas, I assume, sat through the, absurdly long Raider-only queues. Also probably don't have day jobs that require— Holy crap, a Frieza. The first Frieza I've seen since Season 2 started. Oh wow, it's like I knew where that was. Yeah, it's kind of neat, isn't it?
Oh, and then some. Oh no, wait, okay. I get it,
ないか。
Alright.
Need to make it easier to end. Why do I have to hold start?
礼を言う。
Frieza's not been having the greatest luck. Let's swap that.
誰か
Oh, he is right there. That ain't great.
助かりました。
Let's run away. Let's run away elsewhere.
Yo, 新しい起動機が見つかったぞ。
Didn't know chests could spawn up there. Hey, thanks for the 32 months of subbing.
3 whole 2s.
It's a lot of months.
いいぞ、また起動機が見つかった。
マジかよ。
Yeah.
参った。
You can't take away that I found it. Why are we all over here? What is going on? Ooh, whoa, look out. The fuck is the key? Someone found it. Oh god. Plenty of Vegetas. Pretty much everybody's Vegeta. This is the first Frieza we've seen today. Actually, this is the first Frieza I've seen since Season 2 started. Had a Vegeta match that we almost won, but I got killed after popping the time machine. Because I got to be Monkey for the first time, and I don't know how to play Monkey. No Boo's yet. Which I kind of get. Boo is probably the most luck-based out of all of them at the start. It would have been Vegeta as the most luck-based. They didn't set it up so that he evolves anyway if his crappier forms get killed. Yep. Alright, we're in one of those dances where we can't really deal with the key because he's just sitting on it. If like all the level 2s went together, we could probably force the issue, but they're going one at a time instead. Oh, Seth's got the new map. If you want to see the new map, you can look at hers. Oh, hello. Yeah, this match is basically over at this point. No one over here to take advantage of the distraction that's happening. Except for my corpse. He's just gonna come right back. Hi Zarbon, how you doing? You can just stand on the ground, you know. It's an excellent question, considering we can't really make rooms once you're doing only survivors. Theoretically, it should be better doing only survivors because everybody wants to be raiders. But, hard to say. We got all the dailies done, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, apparently we're gonna get a pretty high, Raider priority before we have to get a Raider match again. So that's still happening. But at least matches are happening in a reasonable time frame. Gonna get a Vegeta? Yep. Oh, someone's first Vegeta to go.
Sa, お次はドイツだ。
Let's see if he comes and gets me. I volunteered.
トランクスだ。聞こえるか？スーパータイムマシンや必要な物資の転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置し、スーパータイムマシンを起動するんだ。
I love the stupid double jump. Does it have any actual value? Not really, but I love it anyway.
起動キーが見つかったな。設置に向かってくれ。
So man's just eating people, not hunting down a person.
感謝します。
Let's just spawn near a bunch of NPCs. Even though you get a full level up from Yamchaing somebody, I do kind of feel like there is a case to be made that it might be good to take out any civilians you run across anyway. Oh, he's right there. Time for me to be somewhere else. Oh god. And he's right behind me now. And he got somebody.
Alex. I don't think I'm so bad.
Alright, he's going away.
助かった。
Or not.
新しい起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。
I'd like to help that guy out, but Nappa's just kind of looming around here. Also kind of funny, if Nappa gets killed, you can actually see the beam Vegeta uses to kill him from like really far away.
まずい。誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
No, I'll never make it.
I guess not.
"味方が倒れているぞ。救助できないか。
Very poorly again.
Oh wow, that sucks. What is the rest of the team doing? Dying, I guess.
ありがとうございます。
よし、新しい起動機が見つかったぞ。いいぞ、また起動機が見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。
Why are people just like feeding? What is going on here? Let's run up to Nappa one at a time to get killed. Don't look at me. Don't look this way.
Super Time Machine の起動システムが出てきたぞ。急いで向かってくれ。
That's how they translated it. That's how they translated it. An excellent question. Just stabbed Nappa to death.
今そちらに補給物資を送る。有効に使ってくれ。
That was dumb as hell, but it was hilarious.
やってやるぜ。
起動システムが発生した。間もなく脱出用タイムマシンの整備が終わり、青い光で示された場所にある呼び出しビーコンへ向かうんだ。
What? Sadly, it's Cyberman Nappa Vegeta, but
脱出用タイムマシンを送ったぞ。それを使って脱出するんだ。脱出用タイムマシンが帰還した。呼び出しビーコンでもう一度呼び出せるぞ。
I'm gonna call it a moral victory for stabbing Nappa to death with a sword, though. Oh my god, I'm up.
Hehehe 死に土産に見せてやろう。
脱出用タイムマシンを送ったぞ。それを使って脱出するんだ。
Thank you, whoever picked me up. I apologize I wasn't able to help you in return. Time's up. Not a bad outcome. This feels completely undeserved, though. It's true, I did stab Nappa to death with a sword. And I'd do it again. Yeah, we're getting back up to Raider priority 87 or something again before we get another match. Seth's apparently had a little better luck than we did on that front. I did read something in the patch notes, a very poorly worded thing about the balls being a reset if you try and blow up the platform now, so they might just get them back. Thank you for clipping that, by the way. Yeah, people ain't gonna ready up. Goku does have the warp Kamehameha as a Super Saiyan Goku, but I don't think I've seen anybody using it. Hard to say, though.
なるほど。お待ちかねだったようだな。
Oh hey, it's the new map, Rocky Field.
死に土産に見せてやろう。超エリートサイヤ人の圧倒的パワーを。
And we're starting in the Namekian zone. This map consists of, for some reason, in the Namekian zone, the place where Goku and Vegeta fought, a city, Korin's tower and the surroundings, and something else, probably. You also find the area where Piccolo threw Gohan at a mountain. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. I agree. Oh yeah, we're taking this. This is my lucky weapon now. I hear that awful grinding noise. Yeah, we got Nappa.
キーピーうるさいひよこたち。はい
らっしゃいませ。
やろうかな。
いいぞ、また起動キーが見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。 よし、新しい起動機が見つかったぞ。
Remind me to thank that guy for leading Nappa right to me. Well, we managed to get away. Wow, he's pretty mad about it.
設置を急ぐんだ。
ちょっと挨拶が丁寧になりすぎちまったかな。
Really could use a barrier device. Never find a barrier device when you actually want one. That was a good trade, though. Alright, sword. Also, here's a, hole in the ground. That's probably something. There's Corrin's tower. It takes forever to climb that. Four boxes can spawn up there, though, so you need to go up there. We haven't seen it, but Nappa's finish on someone who's already been downed once is the attack he tried to use to kill Gohan. Speaking of Gohan, here's this. I miss being able to kill you. Is that heartwarming? I assume Nappa's hanging around in Zone C somewhere. Speaking of which, where the fuck is Zone C? Okay, it's the center of the Namekian zone. Yeah, he's just hanging right around the key. Alright. I don't know the ways around this map yet.
Dragon Ball が7つ揃ったぞ。最短でシェンロンを呼び出すんだ。
さあ、承知した。
Yeah, the only way you can actually beat them is by the Super Time Machine or defeating specifically Vegeta. Alright, force the match to move forward a little bit. Alright, Cell. Cell, who's doing a pretty poor job here. Oh, got him.
動けないサイヤ人など
Yeah, a little too early there. I do appreciate that you can actually see that animation play out on the map if you're close enough.
今そちらに補給物資を送る。有効に使ってくれ。まずい、誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
Haven't even landed a... Oh no, I landed one hit on Vegeta. Up, up. And that's that.
やべえぞ 近いよ
Hey, someone's got the puppy backpack still.
やば
Wow, the machine's actually really close to getting finished. Kind of curious to see where this one's gonna go. Blew his clothes right off.
仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。
Uh-oh. And dead. Maybe while you're getting shot at isn't the best time to, drink some soda, to sip some soda. At this point, he's pretty much won. Can stop him, man. Oh my god. There's no way he can dodge this to the end, right? Yeah, eventually he's got to figure it out and just move away. Yeah. Priority 8. That's how everyone who showed up a little late. Our first match was a Raider match, and we haven't had one since. As fun as this is, I think I'm gonna put my auto recovery back on. Oh, that's 9 priority. Yeah, I won't finish the play 3 Raider matches weekly this week. I don't know how people are getting to rank 106 already, considering how long it takes to go up 1 rank out of 100. You don't need any of those speed boost things, you got Sprint, which is just that everywhere. As mentioned, we're seeing a lot of reviews, which makes sense. We were stuck with only those 3 for like 3 months, so the new one is going to be what everybody wants to do. You rarely get to see the monk, because honestly, Vegeta doesn't really need it. Maybe you should get good. Sounds like a personal problem. Skill issue. Ah, he got me. I got Yamcha in midair.
救助に行けないか。
So I had a match last night. We got in, and it ended up being only like the raider, me, and one other survivor as the people that were in the match. We all just kind of like goofed around for a while, occasionally skirmishing, picking up keys, picking up Dragon Balls. Fought him as Vegeta around the machine. He beat us both, even though I had level 3 and the other guy was level 4. And he just kind of let us win after that, so it was a good time.
仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。
Oh my god, he didn't notice me. Alright. Fortunately, someone decided to engage him right there, so I can't help that person out.
新しい起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。
Guess I'll take these.
味方が倒れているぞ。救助できないか。
Here's a box. Nope, that's not what I want. You can have those. I'm not been having good luck fighting today.
設置に向かうんだ。
Oh, I really hope he didn't see me. Ow. Bye bye.
手こずらせやがって。
起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。
Well, that was a particularly bad round.
I know, I get bored.
Much like getting killed by a larval cell, getting Yamcha'd by the Cyberman is just a sign that it's gonna be a bad time. I didn't do the thing that you're supposed to do and fly away. Oh, here we go. Ready to match again. Let's try Vegeta one more time. This will be my third time trying out Vegeta. Looking after numbers. Okay. Oh, it's away, and they haven't readied. I wonder if they're away.
死に土産に見せてやろう。超エリートサイヤ人の圧倒的パワーを。
On the original map, alright.
ここの土はいい栽培マンが育ちそうだぜ。
痛めつけてやれ、栽培マン。
Grah. No one in there. There's someone over here, though. Hello.
ベジータも。せいぜい楽しませてくれよ。で
ここはどこだ？
ここはどこだ？
ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこだ？ ここはどこ
This is going fairly well. It doesn't quite reach that far.
さあ願いよいたやすいことだ
そろそろお遊びは終わるとするか。本気で来るんだな。手こずらせやがって。
this is the first checkpoint. Actually, they might just let me have this at this point. I think I've proven that I can take them.
Ike Zappa! 奴らをあぶり出せ!
Oh, they both got away. Oh well.
Like, yeah, I actually got lucky for once or something. Yeah, I just like one.
Nappa Vegeta is actually a pretty powerful set here. The monkey is fun, but I honestly kind of feel like it makes you worse. I assume they were both on that thing, which made it even better. Actually a fairly good match for everybody except for these two. I don't mind if people escape, though. I'm not someone who's like, I gotta get everybody. I take my wins when I get them. You go... put them skill points in. Work on getting that power ball a little bit more. But I'll be right back. I return. Let's play some more. We got another 40 minutes. I've accomplished pretty much what I really wanted to get done this first week as well. Oh wow, I actually got fairly close to getting all the survivors too, so that should be able to be finished relatively soon. Not even trying, got through a week late. Also, check this thing out. It's an air purifier. It lives on my desk basically forever now. Yeah, Broly is canon now. With better characterization. I thought these sunglasses were gonna look terrible. I actually really like how they came out. I just look like Yamcha the cop now, and I don't know how I feel about that. Glad I got a win on screen, as well as showing that there's unique animations for dying as the big monkey, so that's that was fun. Oh yeah, it's a Tintin Mountain. Haven't seen that guy in a while. Oh my god, those still happen.
死に土産に見せてやろう。超エリートサイヤ人の
Yeah, I got to see that while I was dead on the ground. I'm glad they gave him a unique thing for it. He does one of these too if he actually fully destroys it, just koosh. It's real good.
スーパータイムマシンや必要な物資の転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置しスーパータイムマシンを起動するんだ。
I really freaking hate the sound.
設置に向かってくれ。
Under the side of men under the ground. Wait, you can move the super time machine by dropping? Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, so monkey mode does have some amusing shit to go with it. I do think stabbing Nappa with sword is probably the highlight of highlights for all the streams I've done of this game, though.
設置を急ぐんだ。
It's over here somewhere. It's over there! And I'm gonna climb up this mountain and get away from it. I think he evolved purely from, killing civs.
よし。
That's pretty good. On the off chance I actually get up the monkey again, I might have to see if I can mess around with that. So far, my only monkey transformation has been after the machine was blown up. And then I died. I didn't actually look in there. I haven't looked in the, character creation in quite a while, because I don't want to have to, like, remake my character. All quiet, and I don't like that. Yeah, but that wasn't long enough. I've had that happen. I mean, it takes a painfully long time. And if that happens, Nappa can't send out a Cyberman to scout for him. Oh, I might have to actually go look at that, and then see if there's anything I want to change to. Although I'm pretty sure I'm going to stay as Old Man Yamcha. Old Man Cop Yamcha. I assume Nappa's hanging out over in the Namekian village since the sea key hasn't been found yet.
まずい。誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
Yeah, he's over there.
いいぞ。また起動キーが見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。
Yeah, I'll swap these for this. Yeah, Trunks never has anything helpful to say. Being able to mute him would be kind of cool. going to assume he is corpse camping over there. Oh, he's not, actually, he's over here.
仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ
Oh, shit. I do like the support build. I have 2 Dragon Balls and I want to fall down over there. Alright. I would have liked to get some more cube. Again, a fine trade there. Ow. Little too, not prepared to fight Vegeta hand to hand. Think it's time to hide. Give me that. Alright, where'd you drop those things? Presumably the worst possible spots. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you do just get the Dragon Balls back now. I can verify that, sis. They do just get the Dragon Balls back in hand if you start blowing up an area where they're summoning. I just watched it happen. The person here? Oh, nobody went in the ship. Oh man, this is a fight. I do like that change too. I appreciate it. Ow. Ow again. It did feel like it was a little too easy to stop those wishes. And Vegeta, at least, is definitely strong enough to be able to handle level 4, as we have just seen. I think it'll be a close one. Don't know how much I helped out with that, but we haven't seen too many Survivor wins today, so that was a good that was a good fight. I'm actually, mechanically, aside from what they did to the queues being a mess and losing the ability to just party whenever you want, any style, gameplay-wise, I'm enjoying Season 2. Got a couple more rounds I can probably fit in here. I usually stop at around noon my time, that's about 25 minutes from now. Got a lot of matches this video, and they've all been, like, reasonably good ones, so it's been a better showcase than I usually get when I stream this game. Which is nice. I really like this game, and I kind of wanted to stick around a little bit longer. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the report function would have been fine alone to deal with teamers, because it's fairly obvious when a survivor or multiple survivors and a raider are working together. I did see on their Twitter, like, just use the trial match function if you want a group of a team of 8 again. And I'm like, but that's no fun. You don't get any progression for that.
I did.
Hey, a boo, finally! A super high level boo, that's moderately frightening. My highest level raider at the moment is Frieza at 70, then Cell at 40 something, and Boo at 30 something. And New Boy Vegeta at like 9. Yeah, what are we gonna do for lunch? It's an excellent question. More spicy food. We know, Trunks. You've done it every time. I know what they changed Trunks' line in the base to be like, I'm surprised that you keep coming back from all these temporal seams. Like, Trunks, you could probably do something about this. But... it is pretty surprising considering I die at about 80% of them. Senzu Bean, alright. Large cube, always good.
また起動キーが見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。
Well, the vid seems to be a little bit stalled out. You know, I could see Knowledge being Fu. He acts like Fu. Or Few, rather. It's hard to say, though, because Few's personality is basically evil nerd. Yeah, it is kind of funny. But I assume that's like a balancing factor to the fact that dying as the Cyberman slash Nappa isn't game over. Oh god, he's like right nearby. Oh, you're gonna come for me, huh? Oh god, because Boo's right there, alright. Strength. I'm glad in my panic I accidentally found a key. There's not really a fast way up there, is there?
いらっしゃいませ。
新しい起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。ドラゴンボールが7つ揃ったぞ。最短でシェンロンを呼び出すんだ。
You and me, Chi-Chi. Set this thing. I actually really like the Chi-Chi model. He looks really good. I also like that you can cancel out of that jump animation now by just moving. Because you used to be stuck in that. Which was terrible if the raider was nearby. Oh god, well, Boo's got all the Dragon Balls now.
中央エリアで自動システムにアクセスするんだ。スーパータイムマシン起動まであと少しだ。
Okay. We managed to get away. We managed to stall him for a bit. We managed to find a corpse. I'm gonna pretend that my distraction there helped out. Man, I never land a hit with those things.
こちらに補給物資を送る。有効に使ってくれ。
やばいな。
Wow, was that all that was in there, Trunks? What a useless supply pod that was. I think we got this one. Ah. I'm pretty sure Yajirobe's sword only appears in Vegeta matches, which is a little sad. Bye, Silver Boo. No metal information. I feel a little bad. That Boo had a slow start, and unfortunately Boo is the single worst raider to get a slow start with. I saw a 1 survivor victory last night. Level 4 managed to finish off the raider after they blew up the machine. Alright. Now this one and maybe one more, depending on how long this one takes. And then it'll be time for me to go figure out lunch. Been a good stream though. Been having a good time with this today. Hey look, it's Boo. He's back. My overall feelings on this game are still that it's very fun. It could be better in a lot of ways, but it's still a very fun game. Oh, it's Boo again. I wasn't kidding, he did come back.
こちらトランクスだ。聞こえるか？スーパータイムマシンや必要な物資の転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置し、スーパータイムマシンを起動するんだ。
Anyone in here? No. Four boxes, though. Don't want that scouter. I haven't seen a Civ spawn down here in a while. There usually is one.
いいぞ、また起動キーが見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。
With the speed boost, these little map spawn scooters are actually decently speedy. Yeah, I figured it'd be down here. I read somewhere that these things supposedly spawn in patterns, so if you're willing to, like, memorize that kind of crap, you could probably, cheat the game a little bit. Oh god.
Hi, Layla. Not 50.
まずい、誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
That's Spopovich, man. Can't believe he didn't get me. I can't believe he didn't get me. He didn't try that hard. set this before he turns into Boo and blows it up.
The Raider, though.
Yeah, someone's been up here already. Okay. That leaves E.
Very long face.
いらっしゃいませいらっしゃいませ毎度あり店じまい
Actually, hang on. We want to
毎
just
度あ
there we go.
り
味方が倒れているぞ。救助できないか。
Alright, now we gotta try and find where the boxes that haven't been opened here are.
Whoa, that's up 3.
Sir, what are you doing here? Get out of here.
まずい。誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
So where in the flying fuck is this thing? Back in A.
味方が倒れているぞ。救助できないか。よーし。新しい
That's
機
what
動
we
機が
found
見
it,
つかっ
thank
たぞ
God. Should probably be stopping that.
.中央エリアで起動システムにアクセスするんだ。スーパータイムマシン起動まであと少しだ。Well, I'm out. Alright, I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna do one last match, and then I'm gonna call it.
It's us having the boo experience over there. At least my boo experience. I didn't think we'd get another Raider match, but it's fine. One final shot at glory. Alright, Sorcerer King is a cool name. Also, I haven't seen Spidey in quite a while, so I'm glad to see Spidey back.
今のが限界だとしたらとんだ期待外れだぜ。死に土産に見せてやろう。
If this match goes well enough, he might hit level 102.
こちらトランス。聞こえるか？スーパータイムマシンや必要なプッシュの転送は完了している起動キーを探して指定ポイントに設置し、スーパータイムマシンを起動するんだ。起動キーが見つかったな。設置に向かってくれ。新しい起動キーだな。設置を急ぐんだ。
And they finally elected to go somewhere else.
Ow! God.
That was scary.
よし、新しい起動キーが見つかったぞ。いいぞ。また起動キーが見つかった。設置に向かうんだ。
Yeah, when you go up against like I
味方が倒れているぞ。
I got somebody.
救助できないか。
I thought we were gonna get away without someone getting blown up by the Cyberman, but not this time. Set that. Alright. Don't care about a scouter. We'll take this though. I don't think that. Yeah, I'm gonna be done after this. Right. Or gloves. I don't really want those.
殺してやる順番を変えることにしたぜ。覚悟しな。
Cube, okay. I don't know what it is I would need to make things turn around a bit here, but we ain't finding it. Let's hide those in there. He'll never find them, right?
まずい、誰かやられた。救助に行けないか。
てめえなんかがこのナッパ様にかなうわけがないんだ。
See if he just blows up the area to, He won't, he's gonna just camp it, because that's the better play. Until someone forces him to not.
Haha. 今のが限界だとしたらとんだ期待外れだぜ。
だ。
よし、新しい起動機が見つかったぞ。
マジかよ。
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen on its own. Blow me up well before I get that done.
中央エリアで起動システムにアクセスするんだ。スーパータイムマシン起動まであと少しだ。仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。
Just being a nuisance is all you need sometimes.
Now, そちらに補給物資を送る。有効に使ってくれ。
Ah, our level 4 got beat.
救助に行けないか。
Unfortunate.
マジな。おいおい。 おいおい。
仲間が助けを必要としてるぞ。味方が倒れているぞ。救助できないか。
Oh god. Alright.
弾けて混ざれ。
大皿になったサイヤ人は戦闘力が人間の時の10倍にもなるのだ。
マジな。
I got one hit in. But yeah, with that, I think I'm also gonna call it. Hey, we did hit 102. Yeah, no, that was a pretty good set of matches, I think. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week. We'll drop you guys off on someone else. Have a good one, guys. A little later.